Hi there, my name is Lori Heiling and I'd like to show you how I made this card through a video tutorial. This is a card that I did for convention, and when you open it up there is a cake that pops out inside. And I'm going to show you a little bit different version of this card because I did this for a class and I have more of these cut. But basically it works the same way. Once you open it there's a cake inside that will pop up. So let's get started. First you need a piece of peach parfait cardstock. This is an 11 by 4 1/4 inch piece of cardstock, and I scored it at 3 1/2 and 8 3/4. Once you have that scored, you can run this end through the Big Shot using the new striped embossing folder, and then just put some snail on the very edge. Get as close to the edge as you can because you want the cake to be able to slide freely on the sides. And just fold that part up like that. And then we are going to take the scallop edge punch and just put a scallop edge on the top of this. It's a great punch because it's easy to line up. You just set the cardstock right on the scallop guides at the top. And then when you're done with that, just fold this part down like that. Okay. Now, the next part is we're going to attach. This is from the Tasteful Trim die in the catalog. It's one of those oversized dies, extra long. I already put snail on it. We're just going to tack it on the bottom of the card. And then for the top part, I already did this too. I stamped this in StazOn, and this is part of the Bring on the Cake stamp set. And the measurement of this, the white part is 3 1/8 by 1 1/4, and then the Wild Wasabi cardstock is 3 1/4 by 1 3/8. So I guess I already put snail on that too. And then just take that to the front. Now we are going to build the cake that's on the inside. Take a 4 inch by 3 inch piece of cardstock, and you're not actually going to see this cardstock because it's going to be behind the designer paper, but we're actually going to build the cake on this. Okay, for the next part we are going to start building the cake from the bottom up. So just put some snail on the back of the bottom layer and line up the bottom edges like this. Okay, then put your next layer on like this. And then the last layer, we're just going to put tape behind the bottom part right here. And then we're going to stick it on to the top of this, and the top where the score line is, it's going to be off the page, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. We are going to trim the peach parfait away from the cake. Just follow the lines from where you cut and trim the corners. And the reason we're doing this is we want the cake to be a little bit stronger than the strength of just the designer paper. So just trim this off. And then once you have that done, this would be a good time to stamp your sentiment. I chose Poppy Parade, and because it's a cake, I just thought it made sense to use the saying Bring on the Cake, which is also part of Bring on the Cake stamp set. So just ink that up and stamp as straight as you can right there. Now we just need to put the cake on the card. Bring your card back, and I've used regular tape on this, but I prefer the sticky strip just because it's a little bit stronger, and you really want this part to hold and not come away from the cake. So put one piece right by the fold line on the back piece. So one's going to go right there, and then we're going to put one at the bottom also, just to make sure it sticks really well. like that. And then peel that off. Okay, now for the placement of this, you're going to flip it upside down, and you're going to stick it about maybe a little more than 1/8, but not quite 1/4, and put it in the middle of the card like that. Okay, and so now you just have to tuck this part into the card, and there you go. That's basically it. Now the last part I'm not going to show you on the video, but let me get my done card. You're going to use the cupcake punch and just punch out 3 of the candles up here and then 3 of the flames, and just use a little bit of liquid glue up there and tape that down. That's it on this card. Isn't it simple? It's a lot easier than it looks, but you can have a lot of fun with this one. Call or email me if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you. Bye-bye.